The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family. You know you're giving them the best.
Q Radio.
Q Radio.
Welcome with me, Sharon Jennings. Coming up as part of Diabetes Week, we discover how our four-legged friends are also affected by the disease. But firstly, for some animals, a trip in the car is an exciting opportunity to get out to have a new experience. But unfortunately for others, it may not be that pleasurable. Yes, I'm talking about car sickness. And joining me is Mark McCracken from Grove Vet in Ballymena. So Mark, it is unfortunate that some of our furry friends do seem to have a tendency for car sickness. Is this quite a common problem, Mark?
It is quite common, Sharon. There's, I suppose, two aspects to animals and our pets feeling sick in the car. A big part of it can come from actually stress or fearfulness of being in the car, and then there's a motion sickness aspect to it as well. Signs that your pet is perhaps a little bit distressed in the car would be panting more than usual or salivating, might be hyperactive, barking, of course vomiting. A big part of trying to control that is actually behavioural modification, trying to teach the pet that the car is nothing to be frightened of. There's different ways that you can do that to try to make travelling in the car a positive experience. Getting them exposed to travelling in the car when they're young is a fantastic start. Perhaps if they are nervous in the car, just park the car in your driveway and keep it well ventilated with windows open. You might want to feed some treats, and once your pet is settled in the car and isn't frightened, you could try starting the engine, not going anywhere but just letting the engine run, and then perhaps just gradually increasing short trips in the car. It's really important that you make the car journey a positive experience, because so often our pets are only in cars if they're going to the vet. Perhaps take them to the park, or when they come back from the short trip, give them a little reward. So try to make it associated with positive things.
And is this particular to dogs, Mark, or do cats suffer from the same kind of distress of travelling in a car?
They can do, certainly. Poor old cats are generally only in cars if they're going to the vets or to boarding kennels, and so that can certainly exacerbate it. With both dogs and cats, you can get natural calming medications. Also, it can be useful to use pheromones. They contain a substance which smells the same as a substance which is released by mother dogs when they're suckling pups. It has a very calming effect. If the problem persists after all your effort of gradually exposing the pet to the car, you could speak to your vet. There are medications to try and settle that aspect of it.
Well, Mark McCracken, as always, very, very good advice, and thank you very much.
Pets Corner.
Thursday's pet trivia. Did you know, unlike your two functioning eyelids, your dog has three? The third eyelid, called the nictitating membrane, or haw, is used to moisturise and protect their eyes. For more facts, features and competitions, why not like Brandy Dog Food on Facebook at facebook.com/Brandy Dog Food.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food.
One disease that is on the rise across the UK is diabetes, but it doesn't just happen to humans, it happens to our furry friends as well. And joining me to discuss how to spot the signs of diabetes in our pets is PDSA vet Sean Wensley. We're coming to the end of Diabetes Week. It is a growing concern across the UK in humans, and it's now becoming a growing concern with pets as well, Sean.
Yeah, a lot of people are surprised to hear that pets can suffer from diabetes as well, although the disease is very, very similar in pets. One of the reasons we're seeing quite a high number of cases is because of the strong association with pet obesity. A really big problem for us. Around 1 in 3 dogs in the UK and 1 in 4 cats is estimated to be either overweight or obese. There are lots of reasons why that's not good.
So Sean, what are the signs to look out for in your animal?
Well, some of the most common signs are changing their appetite, their thirst, and the extent to which they're passing urine. Your pet might start to become quite thirsty, always looking for water, and they may start to lose weight despite having what can become a ravenous appetite. So any of those signs, they're not definitely diabetes, they could be signs of a number of conditions, but if you see any of them, you should definitely go to your local vet practice to get them checked out.
Is the treatment for animal diabetes the same as for humans?
Potentially, some pets will be receiving insulin injections every day from their owner to control their diabetes, but certainly we'd be looking at other things such as the pet's diet as well, which needs to be carefully controlled and monitored. And needless to say, if they're obese, then with the help of their vet, be looking at losing some of that weight as a matter of urgency, obviously safely, gradually.
Sean Wensley from the PDSA, thank you very much. Very, very good advice. Next week, we find out why some dogs are being banned from the beaches in Northern Ireland.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy dog food, because they're 100% family. You know you're giving them the best.